Don't buy this. Does that get your attention? Don't buy it. Don't do it. So many videos, so many ways that people get people's attention, but I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. I haven't scripted this. I don't like to try and do that too much. I just want to get straight into it. And I know you'll sit there going, for God's sake, just get on with it. Why shouldn't I buy it? I'm going to tell you right now.
Let's move on, 'cause it's time to move on.
Okay, so I've been using iCarsoft, and it's probably one of the most successful videos that I've got on my channel. I did it to help somebody out. I posted it a few years ago, and bang, it's gone really popular because I like to use it and I show you real life examples of what this thing can do. I'm not affiliated by iCarsoft in any way. I just happen to use it a lot, and I go around locally and I'll help people as well. If they got a problem, my neighbour's got a problem with the car, then I'll use this device and I'll fix it for them, no problem. Clear the codes, etc., or tell them what's wrong with the car. Now, I'm going to get into this. I've got one here which does 10 cars. I didn't buy the Pro version because at the time I wasn't too sure on actually what this thing can do. Now that I've got one, personally, I would probably go and buy the Pro one. And the reason I'm saying to you don't buy the Pro one is because it might not be right for you. Think about the car that you have, or think about the application, and there's three main ones of these, three main iCarsofts which I'm going to talk about. You've got the type which is bespoke, dedicated to that car. So let's say you've got a Honda, it will just be for Honda. You've got a Fiat, well, the Fiat's probably going to do Fiat, Seat, Alfa Romeo, okay, because they're linked in that family. Likewise, if you've got, say, BMW is going to obviously have things like the Mini in there and other cars which BMW make many of. But for me, I've had Mercedes pretty much most of my life. They're my favourite car, and I've got a slightly older car, so I wanted a device that's going to be good for that Mercedes. However, I've also got an old Range Rover which I wanted to make sure that I could fix, and my daughter's got a car as well, and I've got family that have got different cars. So all I did was, for me, I chose the iCarsoft, which comes with 10 available downloads, and I've done another video which is just here which shows how you can actually get these. So I think it's a great all-round bit of kit, the one that does 10 of them. The price for that 10 is £156 or $204 US in today's money. It allows you to have that varied look on all the different cars that you may need to work on, and you've then got an option. But remember, once you've downloaded those 10 cars, that's it. You cannot change it. It's set, because I think it sets it in the cloud somewhere, so you can't think to yourself, oh well, I've sold that Mercedes now, I've now got a now got a Lexus, you know, let's get that. It doesn't work. You're going to have to buy another unit. So for me, that's what I found worked best. If, however, you've got a car which you've only got one car, which most people perhaps have, you're not looking at changing it anytime soon, and if you were to change it, let's say it was a BMW, you may be really into your BMWs, and therefore you'll probably, all intents and purposes, look to buy another one. So for that reason, this one which I've got, which is for 10 cars, isn't any point in you spending that money in getting it, because you're not going to benefit from having 10 cars if you're only ever going to use it on the one. So get the one that is just for your BMW. Sorry about that updating, by the way, it's a bit annoying. But just get the one for BMW, because that's all that's going to be really beneficial for you. However, if you do lots of cars, and maybe you've got a small garage, or maybe you're just one of these people that likes to chop and change and go between Japanese cars, Korean cars, Italian cars, German cars, then don't get this, which does 10 cars. Don't get the one that's dedicated to one car, obviously, and get yourself the Pro, which does all cars, and it updates for life as well. Now the Pro one costs 309 UK pounds, or $405 US. So it's a little bit more, but then again, it covers every single car, and if you can afford it, why not go for it? Compared to the one that does 10 cars, you're looking at a different, well, it's double the money, basically double the money, but then you've got all cars. So just to lastly touch on the one which just has the one car, which is just unique to, say, BMW, as I gave that example, the cost of that is only £20 less. It's £136 or $178 US. So for the sake of another £20 or roughly $40 more, you could have one device that does 10 cars. So I think this here, which does 10 cars, is the best value for money, because it covers most people's options. If you've got a couple of cars, you know, you can then have, if you may be looking at changing as well, you can then have the option of maybe covering those cars on this, because you get your 10 cars. If you're going to be doing a little bit more work, maybe you want to do a little hobby, perhaps put an advert in a local, you know, job post, whatever. You don't have local papers these days, but let's say you put it on Facebook Marketplace or I don't know, eBay. You could set yourself up a little business, and you could go around and maybe go and fix people's cars as a diagnostic business. There's an idea for you. And then the money that you spend on buying the more expensive one, which does all cars, which is double the price of the one that does 10 cars, well, you'll be able to make that back. So anyway, that's just my take on it. I'm sorry it was a little bit all over the place. I just thought I'd explain to you how I see it. So in summary, if you're not going to have a car which you're going to change very often, that you tend to like that particular brand of car, then just get that one bespoke unit. The example I gave was just get the one that is for BMW. If you've got a couple of cars, or you might have family and friends that you want to try and help out on, go for the one that you can download and get 10 cars. It's only 30 bucks more, you might as well. And if you really want to sort of go to town and you're thinking, oh, I might actually do this as a sort of semi-professional business, get yourself the Pro. It's double the price, but then it does all cars. So there you go. Hope you found this interesting, hope you found it helpful. I've done a couple of cracking videos. And by the way, if you do get a chance to give me a thumbs up, much appreciated. But have a look, there's some other videos I've done on how you actually use these. If you think about getting one, I go into the depths of the code clearing, what you can do. I've done a really good one on a Range Rover, and I've done one on Mercedes as well. So till the next time, appreciate it. Thanks very much. Have a great weekend.